Welcome all. Today our training topic is journey management plan, and our uh, day is day 18. So the course topics are following: what is journey management plan, vehicle prior to travel inspection points, what is journey search and rescue, pre-journey check-in, instructions for driver, recommended equipment list for remote area travel, and the key points. So I have written here three definitions of journey management plan. So in my word, just what is journey management plan? Journey management plan is a set of process and protocols which you follow for your road transport for arriving safely. This is all about the journey management plan. Let's see over here. A journey management plan is a set of process that you follow for planning road transport journey in compliance with HSE requirements with the goal of arriving safely. Number two, a planned movement of people and material from one place to another place. Number three, a journey management plan is a set of procedures and protocols that employees follow when traveling for work from one place to another place. The goal of GMP is to ensure that employees arrive at their destination safely and to enhance operational efficiency. So these are the definitions for the journey management plan. Okay, journey management plan points. When we are making our journey management plan, what the points and factors we should focus? Number one, schedule your journey carefully to avoid night driving, because driving at dark is already a hazard. So try to schedule a journey at the daylight. Take into account weather conditions and the road hazards. Adhere to legal restrictions on driving times and distances. Plan when and where to take rest. Take plenty of drinks, water with you so that you stay hydrated. Know what to do in case of an emergency. Define your route and stay in communication. Stay in communication means stay in communication with the journey management coordinator and also with your supervisor. The driver will maintain the communication with the journey management coordinator or his driver or his supervisor. Objectives of journey management plan. What is the objective of journey management plan? Why the journey management plan is important for travel, for road transport? The journey management plan standard describes how the company manages the risk associated with the motor vehicle journey and from company work sites for the company related matters. So if we follow the journey management plan, so in this way we manages and mitigate the risk, okay, associated with the road transport. So here are the points: controlling travel to and from remote locations, specifying proper equipment for remote area travel, what the equipments you need for remote area travel, defining responsibilities for implementing primary and secondary search and rescue operations for missing and injured person. For example, if it's a long distance journey and while the traveling, if there any mishap happened, any accident happens, or there is a technical problem in the vehicle, okay, and if there any medical emergency developed, so the driver is stranded, okay, he lost the way, actually the defined route, he just went to other road which is not the correct road, it will not lead him to the his destination. So in all the situation, what will be the search and rescue procedure? Okay, so for this all points are the objectives of the journey management plan. And note, night travel risk site does not permit driving at night except the extreme emergencies like the well control situation, the potential loss of human life if there is a medical emergency, okay. And if even then if you have to go to drive at night, okay, you need the permission of the company man or the senior or the manager, because at the risk side the company man is the supreme person, I mean he's the most senior person, and And if you are in any other well locations, or maybe you are in a other place of work, you need to take the permission from the area manager or from the manager. Okay. Without his permission, driver cannot drive the vehicle at night. Conditions make important for travel. Important make journey management plan important for travel. For what kind of travel? Okay, if if this travel for if there is a travel, for example, the shift is finished. Okay, one shift is finished 6 to 6 or 12 to 12. Rig crew are going to the camp from the well location. Rig site, they are going to the camp. This will not come under the journey management plan. It's normal traveling. Okay, because the generally the main camp is located within 30 minutes, 20 minutes, like 25 minutes from the rig site. Okay, so this will not necessary the journey management plan. The other conditions which make the travel to apply the journey management plan, those are vehicle journey for the company that lasts longer than 4 hours. If a journey is more than if journey is a 4 hour or more than 4 hour, it means it journey management plan, follow the journey management plan procedure is important. Okay, and all journeys for which there is a high risk or which are otherwise non-routine, if there is a non-routine journey, okay, or the risk is high because of the weather condition, okay, the risk is based on the factors such as adverse road conditions, the road condition is not good, inclement weather conditions, or accident statistics for the route. So it has been seen that in that road the accident rate is very high. Okay, so if these conditions are there in that travel, so it will come under the journey management plan. So it means you will have to follow journey management plan procedure. So what we learned over here, when the journey management plan is important for the travel, number one, if your travel is 4 hour and more than 4 hour, number one. Number two, if your journey is having the high risk, or it is non-routine journey. Why? Because of the adverse road conditions, number one, then inclement weather condition, and or the accident statistics of that route is very high. So if these conditions are there, it means the driver will have to follow the journey management plan procedure. Okay, the vehicle prior to travel inspection points by the driver. If driver is going for a long journey, so what the things he need to inspect and check in his vehicle? Number one, tire pressure and the condition, brake and clutch condition, wiper working properly, lights, seat belt, the normal lights and the blinking lights. Okay, and seat belts, all the seat belts are in a good condition. And one more thing, all the passengers are seated on the vehicle. Everybody has to apply the seat belt. Okay, fuel levels, glass, horn, mirrors, spare tire, fire extinguisher, and first aid kit. Okay, the driver needs to ensure all these things should be correct before starting his journey. So what is journey actually? What is the definition? A journey is um, defined as a travel by means of a company vehicle or personal vehicle that is driven by a company sanctioned driver for the purpose of the company and accompanied by any passenger. If even the driver is alone in the vehicle, or there are passengers also seated in that vehicle. When the driver is traveling on the company business, so this travel should be the company related work only. Then it will be journey, and the journey management plan will be followed in this. Drivers may be either employee or authorized subcontractor. Okay, driver may be of that company, or maybe driver will be taken from the subcontractor. And again, I want to repeat here one thing. When the journey is a normal short distance, okay, half an hour, 1 hour, okay, and the second scenario is if suppose that after finishing the shift, the rig crew is leaving the rig site and going to the main camp for the rest. 12 hours of shift, they have finished and they are going back to the main camp. So this will not fall under journey management plan because it's a normal journey. Okay. And as per the standard, the main camp should be located around 30 minutes of distance from the rig site. Okay. When the journey management plan needs to be followed, journey management plan is a process when it will be followed. Number one, when your journey is long, when your journey lasts for 4 hours or more than 4 hours. And number two, if your journey is non-routine and the journey is high risk due to the adverse weather condition and the road conditions and the accident rates are high in that route. So if these are abnormal. So if these conditions are, then the driver will have to follow the journey management plan procedure. Search and rescue. Okay. There are two kinds of search and rescue: primary response and secondary response. Why the search and rescue? As I said earlier, if the driver is stranded and if there is any accident happened over there, if any medical emergency developed during the travel, if the vehicle has some mechanical problem, has got out of order, it's not starting or any other problem, okay, and you have stopped your journey in the middle of your route, and the other is if the driver could not follow the correct route, okay, and he just took other road actually, and he just I mean he is in the wrong route he just took, okay. So in this situation, when the driver is not reaching on destination on a specified time, in that situation, and the journey management um coordinator is unable to contact the driver, so they think that the driver is in any problem, and now the search and rescue operation will be initiated. So the search and rescue is two kinds of search and rescue. The one is primary and one is secondary. The primary response search and rescue is actions, what the search and rescue actions initiated by the individual department. Okay, so the driver will be related to or for that department. That department will initiate the search and rescue alarm. This is the primary response. When notified of the stranded or missing personnel or the medical emergencies in the remote areas, initial coordination with the emergency medical services for medical evacuations is included in the primary response. When drilling and workover division head or his designee has been notified that an individual is missing or stranded in a remote area and 2 to 4 hours already have passed, he shall immediately activate the appropriate departmental search and rescue response procedure and call in the emergency to the emergency alert kit. Okay, this is the when the driver is not responding and the his supervisor and journey management coordinator are thinking that driver has he is in any problem or is stranded or is there any medical emergency, and there is no communication between the driver and the his supervisor or journey management coordinator. In this situation, his department will initiate the search and rescue procedure. So here are some short abbreviations actually. JMCC is Journey Management Call Center. This is 24 hours operational. If driver is on the route, actually, if he is having any problem, he can contact to the JMCC. JMC Journey Management Coordinator. He is the person actually, a staff um, who maintains communication with the driver. The ETA estimated time of arrival, and ECC Emergency Control Center. Primary response search and rescue. What we will do, what his department will do: contact driver if driver is not reached to the destination on the expected time of arrival. In that situation, the contact driver if equipped with the communication equipment. Destination contact, where the driver has to reach on that destination, on that place, the journey management coordinator will call and ask about the driver. Has he arrived or not? Did he call to you, or did he send any message to you? These are the procedure for search and rescue for the driver, for the stranded driver. Last check-in point, if applicable. Maybe the driver stopped in the middle of his journey somewhere for taking petrol, or for doing lunch, okay, for his meal, or for any minor maintenance of his vehicle. So maybe because they have the route, the journey management coordinator has the route, they have all the contact numbers of the maintenance centers and all that. So they will try to find in the hotel and the vehicle maintenance shop in the route, anybody has with this vehicle came to you, so they can search and rescue by these means. And relevant police, hospital, facilities along planned route, it means that the route through which the driver is going. So in that route, the police station, why? Because have you recorded any accident in your area, or hospital? Is there any medical case you got? So these are the ways where the journey management coordinator will, or search and rescue team will try to collect information about the stranded driver. Any other possible contacts, including the family, friends who may know the overdue person, because maybe the family, the driver called to his family or friend. So these are the ways to search and rescue in the primary response search and rescue. And remember that the primary search and rescue will be initiated and done by his department, the driver's department. Okay, the driver is belong to the department. And the secondary response search and rescue coordinated when the search and rescue was not successful, the driver could not found by the search and rescue team in the primary response. Okay, then the secondary response will be started. Okay, if the 4 to 6 hours has passed and even the driver could not be found, and the primary search and primary response search and rescue was failure. So the secondary response search and rescue will be initiated. A coordinated corporate level, this the primary search and rescue will be initiated by the department, and the secondary search and rescue will be initiated by the corporate level response to any emergency situation which involves the search and rescue and a medical evacuation operations in remote areas which exceed the available resources of primary response organizations. It will be initiated after 4 to 6 hours. Okay, when the reported the driver is stranded or missing, we are unable to contact him, he is not reached to the destination, and 4 to 6 hours has passed. In that situation, the secondary response search and rescue will be initiated by the corporate level. Okay, the department and also the corporate level, they are the coordinated corporate level response. When the SRC, search and rescue response commander, is advised that the primary search and rescue efforts are insufficient to address the situation and a secondary response is requested. In this, again, it will be done thoroughly, more thoroughly. Contact the driver if equipped with the communication equipment, or he is definitely equipped with the communication because he's having his mobile phone, and but maybe the mobile phone is out of battery. Okay, and maybe the tower is not on that area. Okay, so that's why maybe the driver is unable to contact to the journey management coordinator and or his supervisor. Destination contacts, last check-in points. The driver has stopped anywhere for having meal or for fueling the vehicle, for maintenance of vehicle, anything. Relevant police, hospital facilities along planned route. Any other possible contacts, including the family, friends who may know the overdue person, and if required, the department manager or his designee shall request a search aircraft. So the stranded driver will be searched through the aircraft as well. Pre-journey check-in. So pre-journey check-in, what the driver has to do. Before starting the journey, all drivers shall check in with the journey management contact center. Drivers shall provide the following information, which is recorded and documented by the journey management call center for tracking purpose. Number one, vehicle unit number, division with the company, driver's name, driver's phone number during journey, driver's direct supervisor name, passenger a co-driver name if either maybe the passengers are will be in the vehicle, or maybe the travel is long, more than 4 hours or more than 6 hours, so there should be another driver also, co-driver also, because they will, for the other driver will take rest and the second driver will drive the vehicle. Departure location and time, at what time he is leaving the location and which location is leaving and what time. Destination location and estimated time of arrival, contact person's name and phone number at destination, route, any geographic areas of potential weak or no cell phone coverage, description of the road conditions, amount of time you will spend behind the wheel, whether you will be traveling between midnight and 5 a.m. Do not ask if not applicable. If he's driving at the daytime, do not ask this one. Driver don't no need to give this information because it's not applicable at the daytime. Length of time since you last slept, before how many hours you slept, amount of time you slept, how many hours you slept, and whether you have consumed alcohol in the past 12 hours or not. Instructions. Here are some instructions for the driver. Number one, inform before leaving the area. Driver should inform the supervisor and management about your travel. Conduct vehicle inspection. We have seen what the points and parameters drivers needs to inspect before traveling of his vehicle. Load travel kits. It means the load straps, chain, ratchet binders, and load personal travel bag include the PPE like anti-slip glove, emergency blanket, and reflective vest and raincoat, and carry emergency equipment. Is the driver carrying this emergency equipment like scissors, medical tape, and survival card, and PVC tape, tire pressure gauge, and reflective triangle, and safety hammer, and seat belt cutter, and screwdriver, and flashlight, and sufficient water. Driver has sufficient water. Driver kept sufficient water in his vehicle. Know your destination route. Driver knows his destination route via the maps or the GPS. Check communication equipment. So his communication equipment, his mobile phone is fully charged and working. Driver must contact the journey management center before. When the driver need to contact JMC before you start your trip, immediately after arrive on destination, if there is any change in your travel route or time, if there is any change in the number of passengers traveling in the driver's vehicle, is there any emergency, accident, medical, or security. So these are the situations when the driver needs to contact journey management center. So recommended equipment list for the remote area travel. When the driver is going for the remote area travel, so these things he should carry in his vehicle: flashlight, phone, compass, sandboards, tire pressure gauge, GPS, first aid kit, properly mounted second spare tire, properly mounted fire extinguisher, blanket, screwdriver, plier tool set, electrical tape, tire repair kit. These are all things the driver should keep in his vehicle before traveling. So here are some key points. Those are very important. Clearly communicate to contractor management that they shall ensure all the subcontractors and service companies working directly for them follow the journey management plan. So the client has to ensure that the client, all contractors and the subcontractors are following journey management policy. Perform a vehicle walk around and pre-trip check, looking for damage or other hazards that could affect the operation of the vehicle. So the driver has to check his vehicle before starting his journey. Obtain a printed set of driving directions for unfamiliar routes to avoid the distractions from the smartphones or the technological issues. If from GPS units, GPS devices may be used, but printed directions should be kept as a backup. Okay, maybe the mobile phone is not working, the network is not over there, so that's why. So with the GPS, the printed direction route directions should be kept with the driver. Whenever possible, travel during daylight hours. Okay, try to avoid night driving. Will be done to reduce the risk associated with the night driving. Sure, definitely. For instances in which night journeys cannot be avoided, drivers should reduce their speed if there is emergency situation and the driver has taken permission from the manager or the company man for the night driving. So drivers should reduce their speed and remain attentive for possible instances of wildlife on the road, and especially at the dusk and dawn. So the driver should reduce his vehicle speed, and he should not sleep while driving at night. He should be attentive, and he should focus his driving the road, another vehicle. Okay, and also the other any animals also maybe come in the road, crossing the road. So all these things the driver should focus in the night. Driver must have a reliable and adequately charged cell phone or access to a working vehicle charger to perform the necessary check-ins and to ensure that they can communicate in the event of an emergency. Okay, in the any emergency situation, the driver can contact to the journey management coordinator or to his supervisor or to any nearest medical emergency hospital. Okay, medical help. All drivers are required to follow the safe travel procedures developed by their employer at all times. Drivers shall stay on the planned or the designated route while traveling and remain with the vehicle if stranded for any reason until help arrives. If driver is stranded, okay, or um, there is any problem in the vehicle, so driver should remain with the vehicle unless the help arrives over there. Contact to the journey management coordinator or his supervisor, and until the help arrives, driver should not leave the vehicle and should not go anywhere. Drivers, uh, the drivers actually, there is a R is missing. Driver supervisor act as an emergency contact for the driver's journey. So while the traveling, while the journey, if driver has any problem, any issue, any emergency, the driver will contact to his supervisor, or supervisor will have to act as an emergency person. I mean the emergency help. If anything needed to the driver, the supervisor will arrange all those things. Okay, sort out the problem. Or second thing, the drivers also maintain communication with the journey management coordinator. And the next is attempt to contact a driver who has not responded with the scheduled check-in time. Ensure the and safety of any and all the passengers of the vehicle, including mandatory seat belt. So all the passengers are seated on the vehicle. Everybody has to apply the seat belt. Check in with the journey management coordinator if the driver starts to feel fatigued and postpones the remainder of the journey. Update the if driver is feeling tired actually or fatigued, he's not thinking if to drive safe. If I drive, it will not be safe. He needs some rest. So in this situation, driver will contact to the journey management coordinator that I'm fatigued and I need some help. I need some rest. So all these things, the update should be given to the journey management coordinator. Update the journey management coordinator if there are any unforeseen route change. If driver change any route, he just go other route and with the planned route, he's due to any reason, driver is not following the planned route. He has to change his route by any genuine reason. So driver will have to report or update to the journey management coordinator. Advise the journey management center of the adjusted ETA, estimated time of arrival, if the driver stops for a period longer than 30 minutes during the journey due to the vehicle accident, incident, breakdown, any problem in the vehicle, or extended meal, etc. If there is he stops more than 30 minutes, he should update to the concerned person. Concerned person means to the journey management center, journey management coordinator. Check in before driving into a poor mobile phone coverage area if this risk has already been identified in the journey management plan. Ensure the contractors and the service companies under the department's supervision have adequate journey management policies and procedures, including the travel control and search and rescue plans of their own in the place. Okay, the contractors should also have, and subcontractors should also have their own journey management plan and search and rescue plans as well. Communicate policy and regulation changes to all employees. Initiate appropriate departmental search and rescue efforts when an employee in a remote area is reported missing or is stranded. Ensure drivers are proficient with the use of GPS. Ensure accommodation and rest areas are predetermined. Okay, ensure accommodation and rest areas are predetermined and organized before traveling long distances. Report any vehicle accident, private or company, immediately to the unit head. The first, actually, the when the accident information will be received by the journey management coordinator or supervisor, then this information will be conveyed to the unit head. Thank you very much for your time.